Hello and welcome to Royal Vibes. Prince Harry's lawsuit bolstered as counter-terrorism chief unveils credible threat. Senior police officer Neil Basu has revealed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were regular victims of serious threats from extreme far-right groups. So guys, before we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Former head of counter-terrorism policing Neil Basu has reported Prince Harry and Meghan Markle routinely faced serious, credible threats from extremist groups. Mr. Basu claimed there was a genuine threat made against Meghan's life, in particular on a number of occasions. The news follows concerns aired by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex regarding their personal safety since their step down as senior members of the royal family. In wake of their step back from royal affairs, Prince Harry has brought a high court challenge against the Home Office over the decision to deny him police protection within the UK. In an interview with Channel 4 News, the former counter-terrorism chief characterized the threat received by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as disgusting and very real. He added that, "I've talked publicly for many years about the threat of the extreme right-wing terrorism in this country. I've often been misquoted as taking my eye off the ball, as though I think that is the biggest threat. I have never called it the biggest threat, but it is the fastest growing." Presenter Kathy Newman asked that there were many serious, credible threats against Meghan, were there, emanating from the far right? Mr. Basu asserted, "Absolutely." The police officer continued, "If you would see the stuff that was written and you were receiving it, the kind of rhetoric that's online, if you don't know what I know, you would feel under the threat of all the time." Ms. Newman asked, "So you were convinced that there was a genuine threat to Meghan's life on more than one occasion, on several occasions?" Mr. Basu replied, "We had teams investigating that. People have been prosecuted for those threats." Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams described the revelation of Mr. Basu as a disturbing insight. Mr. Basu's discussion of threats made against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex correlate with concerns aired by Prince Harry over the security provision for his family within the UK. Prince Harry has challenged the Home Office decision not to award his family taxpayer-funded protection during engagements in the UK, arguing that his US team would not have sufficient access to intelligence information. Earlier this year, a High Court judge granted a judicial review of the Home Office decision made in 2020, meaning a judge will evaluate the legitimacy of the move to deny police security services. The judgment was made on the grounds that Prince Harry should have been informed about the Home Office security policy before the decision not to provide police protection was finalized. The Home Office was asserted the government's security system is rigorous and proportionate, but has declined to comment on ongoing legal proceedings. In August of this year, Prince Harry brought a second court case against the Home Office, which also named the Metropolitan Police, challenging regulations regarding private payments for police protection, or let me say police security. A legal representative for the Duke of Sussex claimed Prince Harry had offered a personally fund police protection for himself and his family during visits to the UK, but the proposal was refused. Former royal bodyguard Simon Morgan has suggested the prince's offer was rejected on the grounds that payment would promote the idea that specialist Scotland Yard security services are available for hire. Mr. Morgan told Insider, "When you get a point where you can pay for it, that would set a difficult precedent, because if you can pay for it, it can effectively go to the highest bidder. Anyone with a certain degree of wealth could pay for it. You are looking at needs versus wants for protection." Reflecting on the unprecedented interview, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams said, "No one is currently able to pay for police protection." However, these comments by Neil Basu, despite the fact he is a controversial figure, are likely to reinforce the argument by Harry and the threats faced are indeed credible. Although the Sussexes knew when they stepped down from their royal duties that They would not receive taxpayer-funded security. Harry is obviously haunted by his mother's traffic gate. Hopefully, a compromise can be found on this sensitive issue, which keeps Harry and his family safe without setting a precedent, which would mean that only the rich can buy security. So, guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.